When you're at work, you want to focus on getting the job done. What if we told you that to focus, you need to be well-nourished and hydrated? Here to help us understand this better is food consultant Helene Meyer. Welcome back to Afternoon Express.
Thank you.
Now, this food, whole food, is just an absolute delightful sight. And I believe that this is all good brain food, good for focusing.
Yes, indeed.
Tell us about it, Helene.
I always say to people, eat the rainbow as a starting point to sort of healthy eating and making that a habit.
And so what does that mean, having multiple colors on your plate?
Yes, and if you look at this in front of us, that's exactly what it is. There's a rainbow of foods, but there's also different food groups incorporated into it.
Okay.
And for your brain and your body to stay focused and to have the energy that you need to fuel it in the right way.
Yes.
So I always encourage people to try and choose a healthy protein. We've got tuna and sardines here or pilchards as an example. There's eggs, but there's obviously other options as well. The reason why these are here is that they're also packed with healthy fats, which is very important for your brain.
Are those like the omega-3s and 6s?
Yes.
I was actually going to ask you, so are some foods better for brain health and focus than other foods?
Yes. So if there's a couple of, if I look at the different groups, then protein is a good start. And if you can incorporate something like the healthy fats as well, then you've got two benefits. The oils themselves has health benefits.
Like olive oil, for example.
Yes, exactly. Or a fresh avocado or nuts and seeds. But they also provide you with energy. So you can, the fat from an avocado fills you similar to maybe a little baggie of chips. But the chips is only starch, whereas, and that's not going to last long. Whereas
those are empty calories.
Exactly. Whereas the fat from the fiber from the avo also gives you all sorts of other nutritional elements that your brain needs. And funnily enough, our gut health and our brain health is very strongly linked. So if you take care of your gut through healthy, natural ingredients, lots of fiber, different colors contributes different nutritional values, like leafy greens are known to be high in vitamin B, for instance. Whereas berries and strawberries are very high in antioxidants as well. So if you combine them, then you get all those important elements. But if you eat this, you don't have space on your plate for a lot of low calorie, no value, no nutritional value foods. And something like a berry, a strawberry or an avocado doesn't need much to happen to it for you to enjoy it. Whereas processed foods or highly sugared foods, yes, they may taste good at in that moment that you put them in your mouth, but they don't mean much more than just that moment. You want something that will last. And the same with a good protein or vegetables like the broccoli and cauliflower or even citrus. It fills you up and it keeps your blood sugar level under control. And for focus, that's critical. The moment your blood sugar level rises after a meal, but then it drops back because you've eaten the baggie of chips and not an avocado on a piece of whole wheat bread, then you lose focus because your energy level makes it difficult for you to stay on track and where you need to be.
So can you just reiterate that blood sugar level is something that we need to be really consciously aware of when we're eating foods. And to ask ourselves, how is this food going to impact my blood sugar level? So let me ask you this. When we're eating foods that are processed, that are low calorie, that's not good for our blood sugar levels.
No, because they make you feel good in the moment. Say, for instance, I ate a slice of whole wheat toast with avocado with some toasted seeds on it, and you had a bar one for lunch. We may feel satisfied, both of us, for the next 15, 20 minutes. I'm not going to feel hungry within the next hour or two, but you may feel hungry very soon after because the sugar gets used by your body quite quickly. So in that moment, you feel, high alert. But then that drops down. It doesn't go down gradually. It drops very quickly.
Quite radically.
And then there isn't anything else to sustain you. So that's why including proteins regularly is important, almost in every meal. And that's why more and more people learn that a protein with breakfast, for instance, is important. It fills you up, it keeps your blood sugar level stable, and you don't rely on starch only to fill you up.
Absolutely. And nuts, for example, as a snack is also so delicious and healthy as opposed to something that's going to give you that instant drop with your blood sugar level.
Or say, for instance, you make oats for breakfast. breakfast and you add maybe a few berries and a handful of nuts and seeds, you are also going to nourish yourself.
Would you
much
still need
better.
a protein then?
Well, the nuts will count as a protein, so that will already add to that. And then maybe if you did have oats as breakfast, have a bigger protein for lunch.
Yes.
Or make sure that you snack on nuts in the middle of the day and not a cookie.
I see that you've got ginger there and you've got rooibos tea.
Yes.
You combine those two?
Absolutely. So for instance, I make a soup. I would use rooibos tea as my stock and rather add some ginger and maybe peppercorns and a strip of lemon rind.
Yes.
Rather than buying a shop bought stock that I don't know how much salt is in there.
Yes.
But I'm also including the antioxidants from the tea in the meal.
Oh,
so
I love
fresh,
that.
natural, colourful, simplistic. That's the way to go.
I can't wait to go home and use rooibos tea as my stock. How cool. Thank you so much for being here.
Only a pleasure.
Remember that food is the fuel that our body needs to focus. Think of your body as a car. It needs fuel to operate at its highest, and the better the fuel, the better the performance. After the break, Dr. Justin Cohen is back to give us some tips on how to improve our focus. We'll see you in a bit.